5 years since Megxit has it rewritten the royal fairy tale. Hello, I'm Cameron Walker and you're watching GBN Royal, and today marks 5 years since the Duke and Duchess of Sussex officially quit as working royals and left the UK for a new life in California. But they certainly didn't go quietly, and some see it as a melodrama still playing out in real time. Here's a look back on the last 5 years. It was a fairy tale moment. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle kiss on the steps of St George's Chapel. But just months later, the dream became a nightmare.
With so many campaigns, with Me Too and Time's Up, there is no better time than to really continue to shine a light on women feeling empowered.
Unprecedented words from a royal, but soon the headlines were less about change and more about challenges. Claims and counterclaims, from bridesmaid dress drama to bullying accusations fueling a royal rift. Harry and Meghan were off.
We are on the freedom flight.
That freedom flight led to an explosive Oprah sit-down.
There's a conversation about how dark your baby is going to be.
And what that would mean or look like.
Ooh.
I just didn't want to be alive anymore.
Allegations of racism rocks the monarchy. Prince William responding just days later.
Very much not to miss this.
The drama playing out in the press and on live TV.
We don't know any of the details, or who said it, or how they said it.
You continue to trash her.
Okay, I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry.
Do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can trash her, maybe not mine.
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
A royal storm like no other this time. The target isn't the monarchy, but Prince Harry himself. Allegations of bullying, misogyny, and intimidation have resurfaced, and now the name Sophie Chandauka, once praised for her integrity and advocacy, has been dragged into the crossfire. The whispers from palace corridors are growing louder, and a new whistleblower threatens to expose what really happened behind the scenes. It began quietly, an insider stepping forward with claims of toxic behavior within royal-adjacent circles. At the center of this storm, Prince Harry. Once celebrated as the compassionate reformer, is now accused of the very conduct he spent years condemning. Sources describe a pattern of verbal aggression and gender-based tension, a claim that cuts deep against his public image as a modern, enlightened royal. Sophie Chandauka, a respected lawyer and global business leader, was reportedly caught in the fallout, a woman whose name symbolizes professionalism and empowerment. Insiders suggest that Harry's circle showed her little respect, allegedly brushing aside her voice during critical discussions. The phrase circulating among royal watchers is chilling: he didn't spare her. Claims of misogyny and intimidation have now set social media ablaze. Some allege that female staff and advisors were undermined, dismissed, or treated with contempt. The idea that the Duke of Sussex, who publicly champions equality and compassion, could be implicated in such behavior has left many reeling. Supporters call it a smear campaign. Critics say it's poetic justice. The press erupted. Outlets across Britain and beyond seized on the story, dissecting every whisper and leaked exchange. For some, it's proof that the Sussex brand of morality has cracks. For others, it's another attempt to bury Harry and Meghan beneath a mountain of royal revenge headlines. But one thing is certain: the optics are catastrophic. Prince Harry built his post-royal identity on empathy, vulnerability, and reform. These new allegations threaten to undo it all. Whether true or exaggerated, the damage to his credibility is significant. For Sophie Chandauka, a woman known for integrity, being swept into the royal firestorm only raises more questions about who's really telling the truth. From Kensington to California, the whispers are turning into roars. If this whistleblower's claims gain traction, Prince Harry may find that the royal institution he fled isn't the only enemy. Sometimes, the battle is within. And this time, not even his carefully curated public image may be enough to save him.
Public opinion nosedived, polls showing Harry and Meghan's popularity in Britain at an all-time low. But the couple kept telling their story, painting themselves as victims of the palace machine. Harry's memoir Spare became the fastest-selling non-fiction book of all time, but their multi-million-dollar deals hit snags.
Testing 1, 2.
Their Spotify contract was canned after just one season of Meghan's Archetypes podcast, and most of their Netflix shows rated poorly. But Games, Prince Harry's Paralympic-style competition for injured veterans, continues to flourish.
We all have a lot of stuff to do.
And Meghan's filmed 2 series of her lifestyle show for Netflix, met with mixed reviews. Her new business, as ever, is beginning to sell jams and other products. She's also launched an online clothing page, but it's too early to see if these ventures are successes. Throughout all the drama, the royal families remain silent. They may be hoping Harry and Meghan's Californian dream works out, because the alternative, it's feared, is more cashing in on royal secrets. Cameron Walker, GB News. Well, there you go. But now let's talk about the very messy boardroom battle at Prince Harry's charity Centre Barley, where he's dramatically quit as patron. He and several trustees have stepped down from Centre Barley, the charity he co-founded back in 2006. But what's really making headlines is the controversy surrounding his departure. Dr. Sophie Chandauka, the chairwoman of the charity since 2023, has made some very serious allegations against the Duke of Sussex. In a media interview over the weekend, or 2 I should say, Chandauka claimed that Harry tried to push her out the organisation through, her words, bullying and harassment. She also accused him of being involved in a cover-up of an internal investigation into workplace misconduct. Now, she says this wasn't just a minor disagreement. She claims the situation escalated over months. During board meetings, she said people were so uncomfortable that some messaged her asking if they should step in to stop it. One advisor, she claims, was so put off with what happened, she didn't want to attend any more meetings. Chandauka also says that after failing to remove her through board meetings, Prince Harry and his team allegedly started briefing sponsors against her. She believes this was a strategic move to undermine her fundraising efforts. Now, on the other side of this story, a source close to Prince Harry, the other former patron Prince Sisu, and the former trustees of Centre Barley are dismissing these allegations, calling the claims a publicity stunt by Dr. Chandauka, arguing that the real issue was a breakdown in trust between her and the board. Previously, the former trustees released a statement saying their decision to resign was devastating but necessary due to their loss of trust and confidence in Chandauka. Meanwhile, the chair is standing firm, arguing that the real reason for the fallout was her decision to file a whistleblower complaint about bullying, misogyny, and intimidation within the charity. She also claims that public perception of Prince Harry, especially following his move to the US, his Netflix documentary and his autobiography Spare, has negatively impacted Centre Barley's fundraising efforts. So where does this leave Centre Barley? Well, the Charity Commission stepped in, saying they're aware of concerns about governance and are assessing the situation to determine what action to take. As for Harry, his camp hasn't officially commented on these allegations yet, but the statement he released alongside co-founder Prince Sisu called the situation devastating and confirmed that their resignations were due to a breakdown in trust between the trustees and Chandauka. Let's not forget what's at the heart of this charity. Centre Barley was founded to support vulnerable children in Lesotho, inspired by Harry's experience visiting the region during his gap year. Regardless of this controversy, the hope is that the organisation's work continues. So what do you think? Is this a case of legitimate workplace concerns being covered up, or is this just an internal power struggle gone public? Let's discuss in the comments below. This has been Cameron Walker for GBN Royal.